Hello Radiant One, and a very big and a very warm welcome to today's video in which I am going to be talking about spirituality in business and how to integrate spirituality into business and why you should be integrating spirituality into business. And yeah, so let's dive in. This video was inspired by a live healing circle that I had with my group currently going through Mastery Through Love, which is a 6-week healing journey for spiritual entrepreneurs, soul-driven, heart-based entrepreneurs. And it came up because we apparently have a tendency to think of our spirituality as something that is private or personal, and business being something completely different. So when you are in your quote unquote spirituality, it's apparently quote unquote, I say apparently because it's not what I do anymore, and I don't think that it's something that I've ever done. So it's like there's this box. This is where you keep your spirituality and all of your practices and all of your rituals, and then you have this other box where it's your business, and that's where I go to business, and that's where I get up early in the morning and I go to work and I sit down and I work. And what's interesting to me is how many soul-driven, heart-based entrepreneurs don't really seem to be merging the two, and so that is of course what I'm a very strong proponent for, that you because I don't see, to me, that is what we're here for. If you are a soul-driven, heart-based entrepreneur, your job, whether you are a yoga teacher or selling crystals or a graphic designer or whatever it is that you do as your work, merging the worlds of spirit and matter, merging the worlds of heart and mind, and bringing those two together. That is what I see you as. That's what you came for. I believe that you are the true, or we are the true alchemical transformers. That is how we bring light into the darkness. We dissolve the darkness by bringing in the light. And so if you choose to think of your business as, a box where this is when I go to work, this is what I do, this is what the experts tell me, and your spirituality as something different, then I think you're missing out on a huge step, and a huge part, and a huge potential, I would say. I'm not sure if it's a potential or a possibility for deep satisfaction and joy, because it is when we merge those two that we form the whole. That's when you merge the realm of the divine feminine with the realm of the divine masculine. That's when you bring in the sacred marriage, and that's when you have the hallelujah. That's when your inner truth becomes aligned with your outer world, and when you live, be, and do what you are. So merging those two, and I understand that in our world, the way that it's set up right now can perhaps be difficult, because in many places we don't live in a world that ascribes a lot of value to the spiritual practices, quite simply because we've and many have lost their way. And it is only, to me, that when you bring in the core of who you are, whether you believe in God or source or divine mama, whatever you want to call that source, it is only when you take that source and merge what you are with what you do, like I said, that's when the miracles occur. That's when sacred marriage, divine union, that's when again, when deep satisfaction ensues. And you carry this source within you always, whether you are aware of it at the moment, whether you have a current experience of it at the moment or not, you carry that within you always. And so using I call it the internal GPS, you have an intuitive GPS, you have a connection to source. And as you begin to implement that into your business, as you begin to use that in your business, then the the options or the possibilities of what it quote unquote is miracles, those are the ones that they seem to come out of the blue. Things seems to begin to happen or flow or just occur. Things don't just occur, they happen because you have you've met with your source and you've begun taking action, and those two are the ones that makes quote unquote things happen. And it also sends out a message not only to the universe or to the world that you're ready for these things. So when you begin to merge those two, then again, like I said, to me, that's when miracles occur and when miracles happen. So how do you do that? Well, for me, for example, I am a spiritual business coach, and that means that I love business in the sense that I love expanding and growing businesses. I love product development. And my connection to source is something that is very strong because I have worked with it. I have given it place. So, for example, within my sessions, the way that I remember the first time that I began to allow the messages that I heard or the visions that I saw to come through in session, it was shit scary because I was like, what are my clients going to think? They're going to think that I am batshit crazy. Sorry, my French, pardon my French. They're going to think I am batshit crazy. And it was vulnerable and it was scary. But the reactions that I got from it were so confirming because it made things way better. So now I use my clair senses, all of them that I have, whenever they show up in sessions. That's how I use them. You may be doing it differently. For you, like I said, if you use essential oils or an external tool, use that in your business. If you may be a Facebook ads person, that may be your thing, and that may be seem very square cut. But if you want to use an essential oil as you sit down and work to connect, or if you want to carry a certain crystal, I have crystals in my bra and my pockets all the time. I often also, before going into a session, I pull a card, or so you begin to use that in your business. So the practices that you perhaps right now consider to be personal, start using them in whatever it is that you do in your business. Because I want to say this, we need you. I need you. As you expand, for example, to give you an example, me personally, I wouldn't want to work with anyone who's not already using spiritual practices in their business. By that, what I'm saying is that when I hire someone to do something for me, that is why my graphic designer is someone who is spiritually open and connected. That is why my CPA, yes, my CPA, my CPA, she is someone who is spiritually open and very connected. So when I hire someone for my marketing or for my promotion, anything that I will want to hire for my business, I will want to hire someone who is spiritually connected and open, because that's just the way I vibe. So if you think that you're in a profession where, oh, I can't be spiritual, I'm not saying that you necessarily have to tell the world if you're not ready for it. I'm just saying that if you do and when you do, there will be people who will want that exact service, and they will want exactly you because of you standing in your truth, standing in what you believe in, who you are, and showing that clearly to the world so that someone like me can say, that's the person that I want. So, so with this video, I hope that I have shown you or inspired you to begin to implement whatever practices that it is that you use in your daily rituals, to begin to implement them in your business. And It's not to say that don't listen to experts, don't buy programs, don't buy, books and so forth. But when you do, make sure that they're aligned with you. Make sure that you check in. As I always say, elevate the teachings, not the teacher. Check in with yourself. So I would love to hear from you. How do you incorporate your spirituality in business, whether it be quote unquote open or not? You may simply be doing it behind the scenes, and that's okay. I would love to hear from you. Share with me in the comments below and tell me so that not only I, but others can be inspired by you and how you do it. And that way we can share it into the world and make sure that, the drops that we drop into the water is going to spread across our globe. That is what I had for you today. I love you. Take care.